everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is a full review. This is by the brand or the house Pomare's. Pomare's Stolen Perfume. It's an all-natural brand, and the one we're going to be checking out today is called RASA. RASA means taste in Sanskrit, or it's kind of like associated with the flavor of life. It means a few different things, a few different connotations. And this one I was tempted to check out because of branding it a therapeutic fragrance, so I'm going to give him a shout out. If you've not checked out his channel and you're not familiar with him, a link to his channel is in the description. I wouldn't have bought this sample if it wasn't for Brandon raving about it. He loved this one, and so I was curious to see how it smelled, so I went and purchased one myself. Check out Brandon's channel and give him a subscribe. He does great content and he's a huge fan of oud, so if you're into your oud oils and more kind of artisanal perfume houses, check out his channel. I did just buy the one sample of RASA, but the perfumer Rachel was super generous and gave me some extra samples, so I'll be doing full reviews of probably all of them at some point. This one is called RASA, and this one has got some amazing oud oils in, which is why I was tempted to buy it, because it uses oud from Ensar and Rising Phoenix, and amazing quality oud oils in this. For some reason I had pomegranate in my head. I've had one in the kitchen recently, I don't know if that's why, but it's not pomegranate, it's passion fruit. They look kind of similar, different kind of colour on the inside. So to correct myself, this has a unique fruity top note, which is passion fruit, and so yeah, it has a juicy, fruity, unique top note, which I've never smelled before, and it smells great. It made me smile when I smelled it, and so it's like I say, a juicy kind of fruity sweetness, which is amazing, which I guess is passion fruit. Yeah, it's very cool. And it's unique. Like I say, I've never smelled it in any other perfume before. I didn't even know you could distill those kind of fruits to get any kind of scent from it to use in a perfume, but Rachel has managed it. So what you get in this is initial opening of this beautiful juicy fruitiness, and you smell the oud straight away. The oud is the main thing that gravitated me towards this fragrance to test it out. And the oud does not disappoint. I can smell the oud from the first 10 seconds to the very end of the dry down. It's not hidden, it's not overpowered, it's there as the focus for me for the whole fragrance, and it smells great. And it's not funky oud, there's no kind of barnyard skank, there's no goat hair, none of that. It's pretty ouds. One of them I actually own, which is Namasomar. Namasomar is a Thailand-Cambodian oud from Ensar, which smells amazing. This one, oh my god. It's got these beautiful kind of fruity floral tones to it. Very smooth, very mellow, just... Oh. It's a perfume in its own self, is Namasomar. I mean, all of them from Ensar, but they're beautiful. And so with this, you get that vibe for sure. And so if you think of in terms of like Oud Yusuf and those kind of profiles of Thai, very friendly ouds, that's what you get with this. And it's amazing. It smells great. It feels very zen. The florals in here, there's a mix of florals. There's pink lotus, there's marigold, and there's frangipani, some of the florals listed. The natural floral tones that you find in oud anyway, like frangipani, you get that kind of sweet floral tone in natural oud oil. So the florals just kind of, they're like a thin line. They don't overpower the oud, they let the oud breathe. The oud is the main bit for me, and the florals just, they're like lines of just harmonizing notes to support the oud without overbearing the oud. And so it's not overly massively heady in the florals. They have like the natural nuances that the oud has anyway. They just kind of, like I say, make a harmony with it, and it's beautiful. The saffron listed, I don't get massive amounts of like saffron in my face, but I guess it just helps make it a little bit richer and adds a little bit more depth to the fragrance. Altogether, this is an oud-centric perfume for me on my skin. From, like I say, from the first 10 seconds to the end of the dry down, I get this beautiful kind of combination of ouds, which is very, very easy to wear. Fruity, floral, sweet, very likable ouds. I've heard people in the comment section on my videos say that they hate oud, and it makes my heart bleed a little bit, because in my mind I'm just thinking, you haven't smelled the right oud, you poor thing. Like, it's, oud is so beautiful when you smell the right ones. Like, there are some that smell like, you know, the rear end of a cow and a goat's hair, but you know, there's ones that also smell like flowers and fruits and perfume in themselves, and they're beautiful, and they make your brain go vroom. Is the best way I can describe it. It kind of gives you that kind of zen vibe. So this goes in that direction. It's amazing. Speaking to Rachel on Instagram, she mentioned that she practiced yoga for 20 years and became a yoga instructor, a teacher. And the teaching kind of place that she went to was called RASA. And so it's double meaning for her. So this perfume has a spiritual kind of connotation to it. And if you read the kind of the blurb on the website, it references the Bhagavad Gita, for example, which I've got down there with the Upanishads. The Bhagavad Gita, an old kind of spiritual, philosophical kind of teaching text, which goes back to, you know, to the days of the Vedas in ancient India, thousands of years ago. You know, the birthplace of real yoga comes from is ancient India, and real yoga is union. It's a connection to the divine. It's balancing the chakras, allowing the inner energy fields to flow, the inner kind of energy networks, systems of the body, and to create harmony within the body with the energetic system, and to allow that energy to flow freely through the body, so you're not blocked. And it's about opening these channels and unifying with the universe, connecting to the divine within, purifying the body. And so that's what yoga is. It's union. It's connection to God, to the divine, to the transcendent in you. And these kind of spiritual teachings and philosophies come from, you know, the ancient Vedas and from India and the Himalayas and the Himalayan masters, these spiritual masters that have been around in the past, you know, leave teachings behind to guide people. And so that's what this perfume is inspired by, which is cool. Referencing also that oud is, you know, mentioned in these ancient texts, in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Bible even, and oud has this spiritual kind of link. So oud oil has been kind of enchanting people's senses for thousands of years, and when you smell oud, like I say, your mind kind of goes you get that kind of zen buzz where it just quiets the mind and you just feel it. And so it's been thought of as spiritual, I guess. In a way, when you think of what oud is, it's like the tree is dying, and to save the tree from death, this elixir of life emerges in the wood to keep the tree alive. And it's like a healing elixir, a healing potion of life. And when I think of what the divine is and what God is, I think of God as the energy of life force itself, the force that is life. To me, is the divine, is the power of the universe, of God. And so the oud oil is kind of a representation of that, the elixir of the energy of life. So you can see that's how I associate the spiritual kind of link there. It's a beautiful perfume. I think it's completely unisex. I think any time of year, any occasion, whenever you want to wear a perfume, I don't see a problem. It smells amazing. And in terms of performance for this, I get about 8 hours on my skin in terms of longevity. Projection and sillage was modest and closer to the skin on me. It's all natural though, so it's kind of what you expect. But all day, it will last on your skin, and you're going to get that pure, beautiful oud oil that's top quality and smells amazing. This one actually won a golden pear, so it won the Art and Olfaction Award, so it's, you know, that speaks for itself, which is very cool. I reached out to Rachel because this is actually sold out. You can't buy a bottle of it anymore. I think you can still get samples because I bought one, but if their samples are still in stock, but The full bottles are completely gone, so I sent her a message on Instagram and kind of asked, is there going to be another version of this using different ouds? Because obviously the oud oils she was using are sold out, you can't buy them anymore. And she very kindly wrote back to me and let me know, so I will read you what she wrote to me. Yes, there will be a 2021 RASA, and that will be made using solely Hindi ouds so that it remains terrace specific to India. It will probably be another combination of Rising Phoenix and Ensar ouds, including some vintage and aged oud. I was also able to procure some conflict-free cashmere saffron, which is stunning, that will be going into that RASA. The RASA you have has some redwood in it, and someday in the future I will do another real redwood and oud combo because they really make such a great marriage aromatically. So that's cool. There's going to be another version of this coming this year. So if you think this fragrance sounds interesting and you like high quality artisanal oud, which uses, you know, things like Ensar and, you know, top quality stuff and smells amazing, then you might want to keep an eye on what Rachel is doing over at Pomare's. So follow her on Instagram, check out her website. I will be reviewing her other work as well, which there's not a bad one in there. I've smelled them all, the samples, and they're all good. So I'm looking forward to testing them out on my skin and doing some full reviews of the other ones. But RASA is excellent. I really enjoyed wearing it. If you tried it, let me know your thoughts on it. I will see you soon with another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.